Hello guys, welcome back all of you. So in this video we are going to see a very important concept that we use in Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so that is WebDriver Manager. Okay, so I am going to explain answer to all these questions in this session. Okay, so watch this session until end so that you will understand WebDriver Manager concept perfectly. Okay, so as always our first priority is to learn why WebDriver Manager is required in Selenium WebDriver, and once you understand why it is required, okay, then how to use it will become very easy to understand. Okay, so just a suggestion for people who are just started learning automation. So when you are learning anything that is new to you, then always concentrate on the why part first. Okay, so first give priority to why that thing is required, why we use it. Okay, and then how to implement it or how to use it will become very easy, and this approach will help you to understand that concept perfectly, okay, and clearly. Okay, so first we will see why should we use the WebDriver Manager, why do we require it. Okay, so when we start test case execution, first thing or precondition is to open the browser. Okay, so without opening browser you won't be able to perform any action. So in automation what we are doing, we are automating the manual things or manual action that we perform on the actual browsers, right? So first we will open the browser. Okay, then we will enter the URL, login information, and then we will perform other scenarios, other validations after that. Okay, and our Selenium script will communicate with the actual browser through the browser specific drivers. Okay, you cannot directly communicate with the actual browser that is installed in your system. So we need to download browser specific drivers and set the property or set the path first, and then only you will be able to or your Selenium script will be able to communicate with the browser. Okay, and then it can perform the different actions. So first of all, let's see why we require drivers. So in your laptop, let's say in your system, you hear the music. Okay, you plug in the headphone, or there is speakers in the laptop. Okay, so there will be drivers for this sound systems. Okay, so if you want to receive or send any file to the laptop from using the Bluetooth, there will be a Bluetooth driver. Okay, so similarly you can have Wi-Fi driver or display drivers in your system. Okay, so drivers are nothing but just an software, okay, and by which you can communicate, we can perform different actions. So without driver we won't be able to do all these actions. So similarly in Selenium, if you want your Selenium script start communicating with the actual browser, then you will require uh, to download the browser specific drivers. Okay, and if you do not have these drivers, you won't be able to run your Selenium script because it cannot communicate directly with the actual browser. So let me explain through some diagram so that you can understand it completely. Okay, so let's say we have a Selenium script written in some Java or Python language. Okay, so this is our Selenium script. Okay, so in actual projects we work on multiple browsers, right? So we run our test cases on Chrome, or we run our test case on Mozilla Firefox. We use Microsoft Edge or Opera, you can use, or Safari. So we run our test case on these multiple browsers. Okay, so these are nothing but the actual browsers installed in the system. Okay, so let's say this is our Chrome, then this can be Firefox. Okay, this can be Microsoft Edge, this can be IE browser, or let's say this is Safari. Okay, so if you want to run your Selenium script on these browsers, you cannot directly run on this browser, or you cannot directly communicate. So you can your Selenium script, okay, this is your Selenium script, it cannot directly communicate with the actual browsers installed in your system. Okay, it cannot happen. Okay, so if you want to run on Firefox, you can run, or if you want to run on Edge, you cannot directly run on that. On IE you cannot directly run. Okay, so all these browsers you cannot directly communicate with them. Okay, or you cannot directly run your Selenium script on the browsers. So in middle layer there is one middle layer, and that is the driver layer. Okay, so let's say this layer is the driver layer. So this is what browser specific drivers. Okay, so you need to download this browser specific drivers, and now if you want to communicate with actual browsers, this communication happen through these drivers. So if you want to run your Selenium script on Chrome browser, so this communication will happen like this. So it will communicate with the driver. Okay, this is our driver. Let's say this is our Chrome driver. Okay, so our Selenium script will communicate with the Chrome browser through this Chrome driver. Okay, so whatever request will happen, it will happen through these drivers. Okay, like this. Similarly for Firefox, we will have Firefox driver. Okay, like this. Okay, for Microsoft Edge we will have Edge driver. Then for IE similarly we will have IE driver. For Safari we will have Safari driver. Okay, so you will have to download all these browser specific driver into your system. Okay, and then only you will be able to run your Selenium script on these browsers. Okay, so this is how all communication process is happening with the actual browser. So let me show you quickly how we download it and set up all this process in Selenium. So all these processes are without WebDriver Manager. Okay, so first of all what you have to do, you can go to this website Chrome driver chromium.org, and what you have to do, so as I already show you, we need to download browser specific driver, but you cannot download driver any driver and it will start working. You need to download the driver which is compatible with the browser version, okay, that is installed in your system. So you need to check the browser version first, and you need to download the compatible specific browser version or driver version. Okay, then only it will work. So if you want to work with Chrome, first of all what you have to do, you need to check the Chrome version that is installed in your system. So for that you can go here, go to help and go to about Chrome. So here you will find the Chrome version. So version is 89. Okay, so you need to download the driver, the Chrome driver which is compatible with the this version number 89. Okay, so you can check that. Go to this website chromedriver.chromium.org, and here you will find it current releases. So it is clearly mentioned here. So if you are using Chrome version 89, please download this version. Okay, so if you have 88 version, you need to download this version, right? For 87 we can download this version. So it depends upon what Chrome version is downloaded in your system. So accordingly you need to download the Chrome driver. Okay, so as of now in my system we have seen that it is 89 number, right? So we need to download this 89 Chrome driver. So just click on that, and according to your system you can download 32-bit. okay, for Mac 64-bit. So I am downloading Windows 32 as of now. So after downloading, you need to unzip this zip file. So you can unzip here, and this file Chrome driver, this is the executable file. So you can copy this and you can place at any location. You can keep in download, you can keep it in your project location. So as of now I will go in D drive, and I will just make a folder here, drivers, and I will keep it here. Okay, so currently Chrome driver is available in this drivers folder in D drive. So only downloading the driver will not complete our process, the setup process. You still have to set the property, or you can set the path. Okay, then only you can run your script on the Chrome browser. So we are done with the half process as of now. So let me show you in the Eclipse. So here I have already created this web working with WebDriver Manager class. Okay, this class already created, and this is the method. Okay, so first method we are going to see without using the WebDriver Manager. Okay, so this process is using without using the WebDriver Manager. So we need to set the property first. Okay, or you can set the path in environmental variables. Okay, so both the way you can do that. So let's see how you can set the property. So for that purpose you just have to write system dot set property here, and here just mention WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver, and the value you need to give the value of the path where your driver executable is available. Okay, so we have kept that file in D drive in drivers folder. So you just have to copy this path. So shift right click on that, copy as path, and you just have to add it here. Okay, and save it. So now we have set the property, and we are telling where our driver executable file is present. Okay, now you need to create the WebDriver reference. So you can use WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, so this will open our Chrome browser. So let me import it first. Should be capital D. Okay, so if you run this script, it will open the Chrome driver only. Okay, so let us go and run. Okay, so Chrome browser opened successfully. Okay, so we have set the property here. So without set property, how will you do that? Okay, so just keep in mind for the interviews, this will be definitely benefit you. So let me show you that as well. So let's say we have downloaded the driver and we have kept in D drive driver folder. Okay, so how can you set the path? So for that purpose you can go to this PC, go to properties. Okay, go to advanced system setting, go to advanced and click on this environmental variables, and here you will find path. Okay, this is the system variable. So click on edit, click on new, and here just add the path where your driver executable is available. So it is available in the driver. Okay, so you can copy this, and here click on new. Okay, click on OK, click on OK, and OK. So now we have set the path in environmental variables itself, so we don't have to set this property. Okay, so here we can directly use the create the WebDriver reference now. The driver equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, So let's go and run and let's see if it is opening the browser or not. So let me check. It's not there. Okay, it is asking to set the property. So after setting the path, you will require to restart the computer. Okay, so we have set our path in advanced system environmental variables, but you need to restart the system. So let me restart my system. So I have restarted my laptop. So let's go and run now. Okay, so as you can see, Chrome browser opens. So as we have set the path in environmental variables, it is able to locate the binary executable file. Okay, so there are two ways: you can set the property or you can set the path in environmental variables. So keep this also in mind, so that if someone asks you in the interview, you can explain this also without WebDriver Manager. Okay, so without WebDriver Manager, one can imagine that it isn't that complex or isn't that hard. You just have to go and download the drivers and set the property or set the path. Okay, so let's say currently, as I show you that my current version of the Chrome is 89. Okay, and as you know, the browser versions or browser keeps on updating. They will enhance their features, they will fix some bugs, or and they will add some new features. Okay, so these browsers will keep on updating again and again, okay, regularly. So let's say after 10 days my Chrome version updated to 90. Okay, and we have downloaded the Chrome driver 89. Now the browser is 90 and Chrome driver is 89, so that is incompatible with the browser version. Okay, so you have to download the browser specific and version specific Chrome driver version, then only it will work. So if 89 is your browser, you can use the 89, but if it auto updated to the 90 version, then you need to go again here, you need to download the Chrome driver for Chrome version 90. Okay, again download it, keep in D drive or somewhere, and path you have already set. Okay, so this thing you have to do again and again. Okay, so let's say you did that. So after 15 days, let's say that Chrome version 90 again updated to the 91. Okay, so again you need to go here again, download the Chrome driver 91, and again set path or set the environmental variables. Okay, so if you try to run your Selenium script with Chrome driver which is not compatible with the browser version, so it will give some error and your Selenium script will not work. Okay, so you have to always make the browser version compatible with the Chrome driver, or Chrome driver version compatible with the browser version. Okay, so this activity for downloading the Chrome driver or checking the Chrome version, again download the driver or setting the path or set environmental variables, these things we are doing manually every time. Okay, every time browser version changes. And if there are 10 team members in your team, then all you have to do this activity. Okay, so all team members will have to perform this activity again and again. Okay, so don't you think that as we are performing the automation testing, so automation means we are automating the manual actions, so we are trying to reduce the manual activities, so that it will reduce the time and it will be more productive. So why we are doing this activity, including downloading the Chrome driver, browser specific drivers, setting the path, setting the system property, okay, manually? Is there a way so that we can automate this process as well, so that it will reduce our complexity, it will reduce the time? Okay, so is there a smart way or effective way to handle this situation? Okay, and that's where WebDriver Manager API comes into the picture. Okay, so that's why we required WebDriver Manager, so that we can automatically download and manage all these drivers. Okay, browser specific drivers, not only browser specific, you need to download the drivers which are compatible with the browser versions. Okay, so all this action should be automated, and this is happening through this WebDriver Manager API. Okay, so WebDriver Manager API is nothing but the API which will help you to download the browser specific drivers automatically. Okay, and you don't have to set the path or set the environmental variables as well. Okay, so for Chrome version you can use the WebDriver Manager can help you to download the Chrome driver. It can download Firefox driver, Edge driver, okay, Chromium, Safari. So this WebDriver Manager API supports most of the all the versions of the drivers, okay, for all the browsers. So for let's say in your system you have Chrome 89 or 87. So this WebDriver Manager will go and automatically download Chrome driver, that is 87. Okay, for if you have Chrome 89, then it will go and download 89 number Chrome driver automatically. Okay, so we are not performing any manual action here. Okay, it is happening, everything is happening automatically. So let's see how we can use the WebDriver Manager in Selenium now. Okay, so to use WebDriver Manager, first thing you need to do is you need to add the WebDriver Manager dependency in pom.xml file. Okay, so let me show you that. So just write here Boni Garcia. Okay, click on WebDriver Manager, and on here you will find everything, each and every information about the WebDriver Manager, okay, in detail. So if you scroll down, so here there is they have given the dependency for this WebDriver Manager. Okay, so you can copy this dependency from here, and in your pom.xml file you can add it. So I will add it at the end. Okay, so moment you save it, it will download the jar files automatically. Okay, so it has downloaded the jar files, and if you go here, if you want to use the WebDriver Manager, so what you have to do, you have to write WebDriver Manager dot, if you want to use the Chrome driver, so if you want to run your script on Chrome browser, you need to write Chrome driver here dot setup method. Okay, so this will set up your Chrome driver. So this will go and download the Chrome driver. So it will first check what is the version of the browser installed in the user's system. So it is 89, so it will go and download the 89 Chrome driver. Okay, 89 driver version. Okay, and then after that you can create the WebDriver reference here. Okay, that's it. So you don't have to set any properties, set any environmental variables. Okay, so this statement will do all the work. Okay, so let me save it. So let's first remove the environmental path so that we can verify if it is working or not. So here we have set the path. So here environmental variables. Okay, and let me remove this, delete it, con OK, and okay. Now let's run this and let's see what is happening. So once you click on run, it will first go and download the Chrome driver first. Okay, so that's why it is first time, it will take some time, so as it is currently downloading it. So just wait for some second. So it has downloaded, okay, starting Chrome driver. Okay, so that's how it is opening the browser also. Now let's go and see where it has downloaded the file. So let me check on the side first. Okay, so they have given that it will download a driver if it is not present on the WebDriver Manager cache. Okay, So this will be the folder .cache and then Selenium. Okay, so this is where our file will be downloaded. So let's see. It is downloading in this .cache. So go to that folder, then Selenium, Chrome driver, Windows 32, and this is the version. Okay, so it has checked that my current browser version is 89. Okay, so accordingly, automatically it has downloaded this Chrome driver version for us. Okay, so if we can see here, this is the file where it is present, and it is using this file directly. You don't have to set the path or set the environmental variables. Okay, so this is the smart way how it is working. Okay, so this is the line you have to use the WebDriver manager. So here let me paste it. How to use it? Just use this line. Okay, so this line will check your browser version and automatically download the driver supported. Okay, so let's say if in future my browser got updated to the 90 version, so when you run this script, okay, so what WebDriver manager will do, it will first check that currently Chrome driver version is 89, so it is not compatible with the 90 version Chrome browser. Okay, so it will go and download the 90 version Chrome driver. Okay, also you can force WebDriver manager to download a specific driver version. Okay, so how can you do that? So currently it has downloaded the 89 version, so we can force WebDriver manager to download the specific driver version. Okay, so how can you do that? WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver. So if you want to open the Chrome browser, dot, here you need to provide the driver version. So driver version, this, so this will accept the string as argument, and you can provide any specific version here. Okay, so let's download. So it has downloaded this version automatically, so let us go and download this version. So we are forcing to download 87 version. Okay, so paste it here. So WebDriver manager will now go and download this 87 version. So let me comment it out. Dot setup. Okay, save it and run. So it should download 87 as of now. So this time it should download 87 Chrome driver. So let's see if it should not be compatible with 89. Okay, so as I have already told you previously, so if it is not compatible, session not created, and it is clearly mentioned here that the version of Chrome driver only supports Chrome version 87. Okay, that means I have my Chrome version 89. Okay, and you have downloaded the 87 Chrome driver. Okay, so this driver only supports Chrome version, so you need to download and install Chrome browser of 87 version. Okay, then only it will work. So let's go and check if it is downloaded 87 or not here. So go to this folder again, so you can see here 87 version. Okay, so this is the smart way WebDriver manager is doing. So this is, let me copy this into our notes. Okay, so this will, or we are forcing manager to download 87 Chrome driver. Okay, so as per requirement, if you want to force any specific Chrome driver version, you can do this WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot driver version, and here you need to provide the driver version you need to download. Okay, as per your requirement. So let's see another usage of WebDriver manager. So here we have downloaded the driver specific driver version. There is one more scenario that you can force WebDriver Manager to download a specific driver version. So we will specify what is our browser version, and WebDriver will check uh, according to the browser version we specified. It will download the that driver. Okay, so let's say I want to download Chrome driver for Chrome version 87. Okay, so how can you do that? Similarly, driver Chrome driver dot, here you can specify the browser version. Okay, in double quote. So let's say I am saying my browser is 88 version. Okay, so go and download whatever driver compatible with this browser version 88. Okay, dot setup. So WebDriver Manager will check whatever the driver version compatible with 88, and it will automatically download it. So let me comment this out and save it, and let's run now. So currently it is downloading. Okay, so let's say which version it has downloaded. So it has downloaded 88.0. Okay, this is the version, and let's check the file as well. So it is available here. Okay, so this is how you can force WebDriver Manager to download the browser specific driver. So you can specify the browser version, and according to that version WebDriver Manager will download the driver. Specify the browser version, and WebDriver Manager will download driver compatible with that browser version. Okay, so where it will keep the files, that also I will add it here. It will keep files under where is it? So it is available in the dot cache under user, go to dot cache, then Selenium. Okay, so according to your whatever you have provided, so if you have provided the Chrome driver, so it will download the Chrome driver. So let me show you quickly how you can download the Firefox also. So for Firefox, same you need to use WebDriver Manager dot Firefox dot setup. Okay, so this will download the whatever browser compatible with my Firefox version, it will download automatically. Okay, so let's go and run it. So it is downloading now. So if my Firefox browser is the latest version, it will download the latest version of the driver. So some issue is there. Oh, sorry. So it has downloaded the file, but here you need to mention the Firefox driver. That is the mistake. Okay, save it, and let's first see if it has downloaded. So it has downloaded this Gecko driver, Windows 64 and 0.290, and this is where the file is present. Okay, so it has downloaded the file, but only we have mentioned Chrome driver, so that's why it is showing that error. So let's quickly run it again. So this time it will work. Okay, so it has opened the Mozilla Firefox browser. So similarly, you can use it to download different drivers. So if you want to run your Selenium script on Chrome, if you want to run on Firefox, or if you want to run on any other, so let's say I want to run on Edge. So edge driver dot setup. Okay, and here also you need to provide the Edge driver. Okay, so let's run it quickly. Okay, so it has opened this Edge driver. So if you see, the version is 89.0, and the file should be available in this Selenium folder. Okay, Microsoft Edge driver. Okay, this one. So this is how you can use the WebDriver manager to manage the drivers automatically. Okay, so you don't have to do that manual thing of downloading the drivers. Okay, first check the browser version and then go and check the browser specific the drivers which are compatible with the browser version, download it, or setting the path or setting the environmental variables like that. Okay, so all this manual thing are automated with the help of this WebDriver manager. So in interview, if someone asks you how you can open the browsers, so I will suggest first you will explain how you can use it without how you can open the browsers without WebDriver manager. So you can explain like this. You can set the property. So first check the Chrome version, then download the compatible driver, then set the property. Or this is the second way that you can set the path. Okay, set the path in environmental variables. Okay, and then third way you can tell that we have used another way that is the best way to open the browser to manage the drivers, and that is using the WebDriver manager. So in interview explain all these three way. Okay, so I hope you have understood WebDriver manager concept. So if you have any question, any queries or any suggestion for me, you can add it in the comment section. Okay, and I will do my best to answer that. So thanks all of you for your time for watching this video. I will see you in the next video to learn another important concept in the Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so thank you.